Have you ever looked up at the night sky, gazing at the countless stars, and wondered if there's more out there? What if, just beyond the stars you see twinkling from Earth, lies a whole new world of possibilities, places where human beings have never set foot before? Imagine the thrill of discovering new planets, new galaxies, and potentially new forms of life. The dream of exploring the universe, of venturing beyond the confines of our planet, has long been a part of the human spirit. But is it a distant fantasy, or is it a dream we might one day make a reality? Interstellar travel, the idea of traveling between the stars, is something that has captivated humanity for centuries. We've watched and as movies like Star Trek and 2001, A Space Odyssey have painted bold pictures of humans traveling across the vast reaches of space. But beyond the silver screen, are we really any closer to making this dream a reality? It's a question that sparks the imagination. Think about it. Our closest neighboring star, Proxima Centauri, is just over 4 light-years away. Now, for a sense of scale, imagine traveling at the speed of light, a staggering 186,282 miles per second. Even at that speed, it would take us over 4 years to reach Proxima Centauri. For us, here on Earth, that seems impossibly far. And yet, scientists believe that with advancements in technology, interstellar travel may not be as distant as it seems. The thought of traveling beyond our solar system is thrilling, but also deeply humbling. It makes us reflect on how small we are in the grand scheme of things. We live in a universe that is vast beyond comprehension, with billions of stars scattered across the heavens, each one potentially home to planets and even civilizations we have yet to discover. Just think about it. There could be other beings out there, looking up at the stars, asking the same questions we do. Could they be watching us right now? But here's where it gets even more fascinating and a little bit terrifying. The distances between stars are so vast that traveling to them would take lifetimes with our current technology. Imagine embarking on a journey to a distant star, knowing you'd never return to Earth in your lifetime, and perhaps even your children's. It's a journey that stretches the boundaries of human existence and pushes us to consider our place in the universe. What kind of legacy would we leave behind? What would it mean for the future of humanity? The challenges are immense. To even begin to think about interstellar travel, we need to overcome the problem of distance, the limitations of propulsion technology, and the enormous amount of energy required to reach even the nearest stars. Right now, our fastest spacecraft, like the Parker Solar Probe, can only reach a mere 119 miles per second. For perspective, that's just a fraction less than one of the speed of light. So, how could we possibly travel to distant stars at a pace that's anywhere near feasible? Researchers are working on solutions, and the progress is promising. Technologies like nuclear fusion, antimatter propulsion, and even harnessing the power of black holes could one day make these journeys possible. Scientists are exploring how we could develop new types of spacecraft that could achieve much greater speeds. But even these ideas are still in their early stages, and there's so much we don't know. If you're feeling a little bit of excitement, or maybe even some apprehension, that's perfectly natural. This is uncharted territory. Just think of all the unknowns we'll encounter, from cosmic radiation to the dangers of long-term space travel, like muscle atrophy and bone density loss from the absence of gravity. What would life be like on a ship traveling through the void for decades? How would we survive, both physically and mentally, during such a long journey? It's easy to imagine how these challenges could bring a sense of urgency. Every year that passes without breakthrough technologies feels like a missed opportunity to take a step toward the stars. Time is ticking, and as the years go by, we must ask ourselves, will we be the generation that finally steps beyond the confines of our solar system, or will we be left behind in the dust of human history? Now, I want you to think for a moment. Imagine you're part of the crew on one of these missions, an explorer at the frontier of humanity's future. What would it be like to be among the first to leave Earth's atmosphere and travel to another star system? You wouldn't just be an explorer. You would be making history. The knowledge you gain could lay the groundwork for future generations to travel farther than we ever dreamed possible. Your journey could inspire millions, if not billions, of people to look up at the stars and believe that one day, humanity could be a multi-planetary species. It's not just about science and technology, it's about our future. What does it mean for humanity to reach beyond our home planet? What would it mean for the survival of our species if we could colonize other worlds? These are questions that go beyond the realm of science fiction. They are questions about what it means to be human. The fact is, space exploration has already given us so much. We've landed on the moon. We've sent probes to distant planets and beyond. The technology we've developed for space travel has helped improve life here on Earth, too, through advances in communications, medical technologies, and material science. But reaching the stars? That's a whole different challenge. And that challenge lies before us, ready to be embraced. The exciting thing is that we're not waiting for some far-off future. The foundation for interstellar travel is already being laid. It's happening now, even as we speak. Scientists and engineers around the world are working tirelessly on propulsion systems, spacecraft design, life support systems, and radiation protection. These innovations will take us one step closer to the stars. But none of this will happen in a vacuum. It's going to take all of us people from all walks of life, all corners of the world working together. This is about the global community coming together to push the boundaries of what's possible. This is where you come in. Your support, your interest, your belief that this dream is worth pursuing, these are the things that will keep the momentum going. Whether you're 65 or 105, the future is as much yours as it is for the young minds who will follow in our footsteps. It's never too late to be part of something bigger than yourself, something that will live on for generations to come. So, I encourage you to join the conversation. Share your thoughts, your ideas, and your hopes for the future of humanity in space. Let's keep dreaming together and working towards a future where the stars are no longer out of reach. This isn't just about traveling to distant stars. This is about the future of the human race. And the journey has already begun. Will you be part of it? In the vast, endless expanse of space, we find ourselves questioning the mysteries that govern the universe. As we peer into the starry sky, the glimmer of countless stars beckons us to explore, but not without bringing along a profound sense of wonder and trepidation. The universe, with all its beauty and grandeur, harbors paradoxes that challenge everything we thought we knew about the nature of existence. Today, let us embark on a journey through some of the most perplexing paradoxes of the cosmos, paradoxes that stir our imagination, shake our understanding, and fuel the quest for knowledge that has driven humanity for centuries. The first paradox we encounter is the famous Olbers paradox. Imagine a night sky filled with an infinite number of stars, each one glowing brightly in the blackness of space. If the universe were truly infinite, with an endless number of stars, why is the night sky dark? This question seems to defy logic, and yet it remains one of the greatest mysteries in cosmology. Why is it that, despite the countless stars scattered across the universe, the night sky remains a deep, impenetrable black? It's a question that has lingered in the minds of astronomers for centuries, and its answer lies at the very heart of our understanding of the universe itself. To think about it is to experience a sense of wonder. Here we are, on a tiny planet orbiting a star in a vast and ever-expanding universe. And yet, the light from distant stars has somehow not reached us, creating a contradiction we can't quite resolve. The realization that our knowledge of the universe is still incomplete stirs up a deep sense of excitement within us, as if we are on the brink of discovering something profound, something that could change the way we perceive our existence. But that sense of wonder quickly turns to unease as we consider another paradox, the horizon problem. The cosmic microwave background radiation, which is the faint glow left over from the Big Bang, appears nearly uniform across the sky. Yet, the regions of the universe that emit this radiation are so far apart that they couldn't possibly have been in contact with each other in the time since the universe began. How, then, is it possible for these distant regions to have the same temperature? This paradox, too, shakes the foundation of our understanding of cosmology. If space is so vast, and if different regions of the universe have not had time to communicate, how is it that they are so similar in temperature? What unseen forces or processes could be at work, defying our current theories? The more we explore, the more we find ourselves caught in a web of paradoxes. These challenges are not just academic. They are deeply tied to our human experience. The paradoxes of the universe remind us of how little we truly know about the cosmos. They spark a sense of mystery and excitement that compels us to search for answers, even when those answers seem to lie just beyond our reach. In the face of these cosmic enigmas, we are reminded of our own smallness in the grand scheme of things, yet, at the same time, we are inspired to keep searching, to keep pushing the boundaries of our knowledge. And then there's the flatness problem. Our universe, despite its relatively low density of matter, appears to be nearly flat, with its geometry appearing nearly the same on every scale. But according to current theories, the universe should not have this property. The density of matter is too low to produce such a result, and yet here it is, staring us in the face. It's a paradox that suggests something is fundamentally different about the way the universe works, something that our current models cannot explain. As we wrestle with this idea, the sense of urgency intensifies. If the universe is indeed flat, what does that mean for the future of space exploration? What does it mean for the future of humanity? These questions are not merely theoretical. They have real implications for how we view our place in the universe. Will we ever fully understand the forces that shape the cosmos, or are we simply standing on the edge of a vast unknown, forever gazing into the abyss? These thoughts are enough to give anyone pause. They challenge us to think beyond the limits of our current understanding, to venture into the uncharted realms of science and philosophy. But perhaps the most unsettling paradox of all is the information paradox, which arises from the strange behavior of black holes. Black holes are some of the most mysterious objects in the universe. They are regions where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape their pull. According to current theories, anything that falls into a black hole is lost forever. All information about it is destroyed. This seems to contradict the laws of quantum mechanics, which state that information cannot be destroyed. How can this be? How can something so fundamental to the laws of nature be violated by such an enigmatic object as a black hole? This paradox challenges our very understanding of the nature of information itself. It brings to the forefront the limitations of our current models and our understanding of the fundamental laws of physics. And yet, in its mystery, it also presents an opportunity for discovery. If we can unlock the secrets of black holes, we may find the key to understanding some of the deepest mysteries of the universe. These paradoxes, as bewildering as they are, offer us a window into the unknown. They invite us to think beyond the known and venture into the realms of the unexplored. They challenge us to confront our limitations, to rethink what we know about the universe, and to embrace the sense of adventure that comes with exploration. For those of us who have spent a lifetime pondering the nature of existence, these paradoxes are not just theoretical exercises, they are a call to action. They beckon us to continue our search for knowledge, to push the boundaries of what is possible, and to face the unknown with curiosity and courage. As we continue to explore these cosmic puzzles, we must remember that our quest for understanding is not just about solving problems. It's about experiencing the thrill of discovery, the joy of learning, and the excitement of uncovering truths that may have been hidden for eons. The universe is vast, and its secrets are many, but with each step we take, we come closer to unlocking its mysteries. And perhaps in the process, we will come to understand not just the universe itself, but our place within it. In this pursuit, we are not alone. As we continue to explore, we are joined by a community of thinkers, scientists, and dreamers who share our passion for discovery. Whether you are a seasoned astronomer or someone simply fascinated by the stars, we all have a role to play in this grand adventure. The mysteries of the universe are waiting to be solved, and together, we can be part of the journey that takes us beyond the limits of what we thought was possible. The universe is not just a collection of stars and galaxies, it is a canvas upon which we can paint our dreams. A vast expanse that beckons us to explore and discover. And as we venture further into the unknown, we are reminded of the power of human curiosity, the drive to explore, and the hope that one day we will uncover the answers to the questions that have haunted us for centuries. So let us continue this journey together, embracing the thrill of the unknown and the excitement of the discoveries that await us on the other side. The Dark Forest Hypothesis, a journey into the unknown. Have you ever wondered if we are truly alone in the universe? Or, as we cast our gaze into the night sky, filled with countless stars, do we dare ask the chilling question, what if we are not alone, but those out there are choosing to remain hidden? This question takes us down a road of mystery, one that not only challenges our understanding of space, but also forces us to confront our own place in the vast cosmos. The Dark Forest Hypothesis offers an unsettling yet fascinating answer to these queries, one that opens doors to an entirely new way of thinking about extraterrestrial civilizations. In a world where space exploration has become an almost everyday topic, thanks to brilliant discoveries and advancements in technology, it's hard to imagine that there might be civilizations out there, more advanced than ours, that are hiding. Yet, that is exactly what the Dark Forest Hypothesis suggests. Based on a premise introduced by science fiction writer Liu Cixin in his novel, The Dark Forest, this theory takes us on a journey into the unknown, where every advanced civilization is like a hunter in a vast, dark forest. They are quietly moving forward, afraid to be seen, because visibility could mean their destruction. A journey into the unknown, the dark forest. Imagine for a moment that you are alone in a vast forest, the world around you cloaked in darkness. You hear nothing, but you know you are not the only one there. Somewhere in the shadows, other hunters are waiting. The danger is real. If one hunter sees another, the only logical action would be to attack first, to ensure survival, before the other hunter does the same. This is the essence of the Dark Forest Hypothesis. In this metaphor, the universe is the forest, and every civilization is a hunter. But unlike the hunters of Earth, these civilizations have no idea who or what else shares their space. The fear is palpable. What if the civilization you encounter has far more advanced weapons or technology than you? What if they're waiting for you to make the first move? These are the very fears that might keep extraterrestrial life hidden from us. The dark forest is not a place we can see or touch. It exists in the uncharted reaches of space, in the silence between the stars, where every civilization is either hiding or preparing to defend itself. The terrifying beauty of this hypothesis is its simplicity, survival first. Every civilization, no matter how advanced, is motivated by the primal urge to survive. And in the vastness of space, where communication is a slow, perilous endeavor, it becomes increasingly likely that an alien civilization would hide to avoid being detected, or worse, destroyed. This theory forces us to ask difficult questions. Are we sending out signals to the void, hoping to make contact, only to unknowingly reveal our location to a much stronger and more dangerous civilization? Should we be worried about the signals we broadcast into space? Is humanity unknowingly walking into a trap, inviting disaster by announcing our presence? The mysterious silence of the universe. This silence is both alluring and frightening. For centuries, astronomers and scientists have looked up at the night sky, hoping for the first sign of extraterrestrial life. We've sent out signals like the famous Arecibo message, launched into space in 1974. Yet, despite all our efforts, we have heard nothing back. The universe remains eerily quiet. This quiet is where the mystery deepens. What if the silence is intentional? What if advanced civilizations have long ago realized the risks of broadcasting their existence and have chosen to remain hidden in the shadows, just like the hunters in the dark forest? The fear is not that there is nothing out there, but that there is too much out there, and they are waiting, watching, ready to act at the slightest provocation. As we stand on the precipice of space exploration, this realization is both exhilarating and unsettling. It is the essence of the unknown, the thrill of discovery, mixed with the chilling possibility that we may not be as welcome in the cosmos as we once thought, a new perspective on space exploration. In the past, when humans looked up at the stars, they saw a future filled with possibilities. A future where we might establish colonies on other planets, travel to the stars, and make contact with intelligent life. But the dark forest hypothesis flips this optimistic view on its head. It reminds us that in the grand scheme of things, we might not be the most advanced civilization, and perhaps we're not ready for first contact. The hypothesis suggests that there are dangers inherent in our curiosity. Each signal we send out, each attempt to reach the stars, could be seen as an invitation, one that could be dangerous. It's as if we've been broadcasting our existence to a silent, watchful universe, making ourselves vulnerable. The more we send, the greater the chances of attracting attention from those who may not view us as equals, but as potential threats or resources. The urgency of Cautio. As much as space exploration excites us, the reality of making contact with a more advanced civilization could have terrifying consequences. The dark forest hypothesis suggests that civilizations may choose to remain silent to avoid detection, because to be found could mean the end of their existence. What if we, as a species, are on the brink of making the same mistake? What if our signals to the stars are heard by an alien species that sees us not as equals, but as potential prey? In this context, the urgency is palpable. As a species, we must grapple with the potential risks of broadcasting our existence into the cosmos. Should we continue to send signals in the hope of finding answers, or should we remain silent, hidden in the shadows, to protect ourselves? These are questions that demand our attention, particularly as we venture further into space, a glimpse into the future. What does this mean for humanity's future? Will we become the next target in an intergalactic struggle for survival? Or will we find a way to navigate the dark forest, discovering new worlds and civilizations while avoiding the dangers that lurk in the shadows? The possibilities are endless, but so are the risks. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: the decisions we make today will shape the path we take tomorrow. The dark forest hypothesis forces us to confront the potential consequences of our actions in a way that other space theories do not. It raises the stakes of our exploration, urging us to think about the larger implications of making contact with other life forms, encouraging participation and exploration. In the face of these challenges, it is easy to become disheartened or fearful of what lies ahead. But this is not the time for fear. Instead, it is a call to action. It's an invitation to participate in a much larger conversation about humanity's place in the universe. If we are to survive in this vast, unknown forest, we must come together, share our knowledge, and prepare for the future. This is not just a scientific endeavor. It is a collective human journey. As we explore the cosmos, we must ensure that we do so with respect for what we might encounter. We must be cautious, yes, but also ready to embrace the possibilities that lie ahead. The dark forest hypothesis challenges us to think beyond ourselves and to consider the greater implications of our actions. In conclusion, while the dark forest hypothesis presents a chilling view of the universe, it also offers us a chance to rethink how we approach space exploration. It is a reminder that we are not alone in the universe, but it also asks us to consider the risks and responsibilities that come with reaching out to the stars. As we move forward, let us do so with a sense of wonder, but also with a deep respect for the unknown, as we explore the darkest corners of the universe. The future of humanity and the cosmos is not written in the stars, but it is in our hands. Together, we must decide how to navigate this dark forest. Will we hide, or will we step into the light? The choice is ours. The mysterious possibility of silicon-based life, a journey into the unknown. Imagine standing on the edge of the known universe, peering into the vastness of space with all its uncharted mysteries. Your mind races with questions. Are we alone in this immense cosmos? Could there be life beyond our wildest imagination? Life that does not rely on carbon, but instead on something completely unexpected: silicon. As strange as it sounds, the possibility of silicon-based life forms could change everything we thought we knew about biology and the very essence of life itself. The adventure begins, exploring new frontiers. For centuries, scientists have looked to the stars, hoping to find signs of life beyond our planet. We've sent probes to distant planets, scanned the skies with radio telescopes, and analyzed the composition of planets light years away. Yet, the search for extraterrestrial life has led us to an astonishing discovery. What if the very building blocks of life, we're familiar with carbon, aren't the only option for life to thrive? Carbon is, without a doubt, the foundation of life as we know it. It forms the complex molecules that make up all living organisms on Earth. But what if, instead of carbon, a completely different element could serve as the backbone for life? This is where the idea of silicon-based life enters the stage, an idea that, while speculative, is deeply intriguing. Silicon, the element just below carbon in the periodic table, shares many of carbon's chemical properties, which makes it an excellent candidate for life's building blocks. It's abundant in the universe, particularly in the form of silicates minerals that make up much of the Earth's crust. Could silicon, a key player in modern technology, one day play a role in the creation of life forms on other planets? Could it replace carbon, the element that's been central to our very existence, and support the delicate balance of life elsewhere in the cosmos? The mystery deepens. Could silicon replace carbon? For many years, scientists thought of carbon as irreplaceable, the essential element for all life forms. It's versatile, able to bond with a variety of elements to create complex, long-lasting structures like proteins, fats, and DNA. But when you look closer at silicon, its properties start to seem eerily familiar. Silicon is also tetravalent, meaning it can form 4 bonds with other atoms, just like carbon. It can bond with hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and other elements crucial to life, creating the complex molecules that life needs to thrive. So, what's stopping us from imagining a silicon-based life form? The truth is, there are some critical challenges. Unlike carbon, which can form stable bonds under a variety of conditions, silicon's bonds are much less flexible. It doesn't bond as easily with itself, which limits its ability to create large, stable molecular frameworks necessary for complex life. Moreover, silicon tends to bond with oxygen, forming compounds like silicon dioxide SiO2, commonly known as sand. This presents a significant hurdle if silicon were to form the basis of life. It would likely be very different from life as we know it, and potentially much harder to sustain. The thought that life could exist in a completely different form without water and carbon challenges everything we understand about biology. Could an organism based on silicon thrive in an environment vastly different from Earth's? Could we, as a species, one day encounter life forms not made of flesh and blood, but instead of something as foreign to us as stones or perhaps crystalline structures? The very idea is both mind-boggling and fascinating. A sense of urgency, the search for answers. As we stand at the threshold of interstellar exploration, it's impossible to ignore the urgency behind the search for alien life. The vast distances between stars, the complexity of interstellar travel, and the ongoing search for exoplanet have led scientists to consider new possibilities, including life based on silicon. If life can exist in a form we can't yet fully comprehend, the implications for humanity could be profound. Could we one day encounter these life forms in our search for habitable planets? What would such an encounter mean for the future of mankind? The truth is, we don't know what's out there. The universe is teeming with mysteries, and as technology advances, our understanding of the cosmos grows. The discovery of silicon-based life forms could be just the beginning. If life can thrive under completely different conditions, it might mean that Earth is not the only place where life can exist. It might mean that the universe is far more diverse and alive than we ever imagined. But the question remains, are we ready for that discovery? What would it mean for us if we found that life elsewhere doesn't look like us, doesn't operate under the same biological principles? Could we overcome the deep sense of alienness that such an encounter might bring? Or would we be so overwhelmed by the strangeness of it all that we would retreat back into the safety of what we know? The role of silicon in our own lives, a personal connection. It's easy to think of silicon as something distant, something used only in the high-tech gadgets we rely on everyday smartphones, computers, solar panels, and more. But silicon is more than just a tool of modern technology. It's an essential element in life, even on Earth. From the plants we grow to the bones in our bodies, silicon plays a supporting role in the development of life on our planet. In fact, silicon is often found in the plant kingdom, where it strengthens cell walls, protects plants from diseases, and helps them retain water. Some researchers even believe that silicon could have played a role in the development of life on Earth billions of years ago, as silicon-rich comets may have bombarded the young planet, contributing to the growth of bacteria. It's easy to forget, but without silicon, life on Earth would likely be very different. As we venture further into space and continue our search for life beyond Earth, it's important to remember the personal connection we have with this element. Silicon is already woven into the fabric of our daily lives. Could it one day be the foundation for life on another world, perhaps even an advanced civilization that we one day meet? Exploring the future of humanity, a new era of discovery. The idea that silicon-based life could exist on other planets raises an exciting possibility for the future of humanity. As we continue to search the stars for habitable planets and look for signs of extraterrestrial life, the discovery of silicon-based organisms could completely reshape our understanding of what life is. This could lead to a new era of exploration, one where we expand our understanding of biology, technology, and even philosophy. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the vastness of space and the unknown. But the possibility of finding silicon-based life forms, of discovering a completely new type of biology, could push humanity to new heights. This discovery could inspire a generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers to reach for the stars, to push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. It could unite humanity in a common goal to understand the universe in ways we never have before. As older generations, we have witnessed humanity make incredible strides in technology and space exploration. From the first manned moon landing to the Voyager probes traveling beyond our solar system, we've been part of a journey that has reshaped the course of history. The search for life beyond Earth is not just the next frontier for scientists, it's a continuation of humanity's quest to explore the unknown, to understand our place in the universe, the call to join the journey. But this journey isn't just for scientists and astronauts, it's for all of us. We all have a stake in the future of humanity's exploration of space and the search for extraterrestrial life. Whether through supporting space exploration, encouraging the next generation of scientists, or simply staying curious about the mysteries of the cosmos, we all have a role to play. As we look to the future, we must remember that the search for silicon-based life is more than just an intellectual exercise. It's a reminder of the boundless potential of the human spirit, the desire to explore, to learn, and to understand. In the end, it's not just about finding life elsewhere, it's about understanding our own existence and the extraordinary potential of the universe we inhabit. So, I invite you to join this journey. Stay curious, stay engaged, and never stop asking questions. The universe is waiting, and together, we can explore it like never before. Let's see where this adventure leads us. As humans, we've always been curious about the universe that surrounds us. It's an innate desire to understand the unknown and explore what lies beyond our grasp. Perhaps no greater question has captivated humanity more than, are we alone in the universe? Whether you've spent quiet nights gazing up at the stars or marveled at the stories told by science fiction, the mystery of extraterrestrial life stirs something deep inside. The vastness of space, stretching out over billions of light years, seems almost incomprehensible, and yet it beckons us to understand it. As we venture deeper into our exploration of the cosmos, a profound realization begins to settle, and maybe the question is not just whether we're alone, but also why we haven't encountered any other life forms. This very question taps into a sense of adventure, and at times even fear, a reminder that what we're facing might be far more complex than we ever imagined. A sense of adventure. Imagine, for a moment, that you are an explorer on the frontier of human understanding, standing on the precipice of one of the greatest discoveries of all time, the discovery of life beyond Earth. The very thought of it fills us with wonder. But as we take this leap into the unknown, a rush of excitement builds up inside. There is something thrilling about not knowing what's out there, whether it's distant galaxies, unknown life forms, or even the secrets of the universe itself. This is not just the stuff of science fiction. It is a real possibility. The universe is vast, filled with hundreds of billions of stars, each with the potential to host planets that could support life. Yet, despite decades of searching, we've not made direct contact with another intelligent civilization. This adds a layer of mystery, something elusive and tantalizing. Could it be that the universe is so old, so full of galaxies, that civilizations rise and fall in such a time frame that they are simply too far removed from us to ever meet? Or could it be that civilizations are out there, hiding, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves, or perhaps waiting for the right time to strike? The mystery of silence. The concept of silence in space is both eerie and thought-provoking. Despite the universe's seeming infinity, we've heard nothing, no radio signals, no indications of life. It's not that we've stopped looking. Rather, we've been scanning the cosmos for signals that might hint at alien civilizations. With powerful telescopes, we look across billions of light years, searching for anything that could suggest someone else is out there, someone who might have been watching us as we watch them. But what if the silence is not just absence, but a deliberate choice? This idea takes us to the dark forest hypothesis, a chilling theory proposed by Chinese science fiction author Liu Cixin. According to this theory, intelligent civilizations might hide themselves in fear. The reasoning is simple. In a vast and infinite universe, every civilization must protect itself from others. The universe, in this sense, is a dark forest, and any civilization that reveals itself risks being wiped out by a stronger one. It's an unsettling thought, but one that brings an urgency to our search. Could the silence we're hearing be a sign that we are not alone, but that other civilizations are just as cautious and self-preserving as we are? This unsettling possibility evokes a sense of urgency. If other civilizations are out there, but deliberately keeping quiet to avoid danger, the question then becomes, what happens if they find us first? Could the discovery of our existence be a threat to us? This is the kind of thought that stirs a deep-seated fear, one that many of us may not often voice, but likely feel. The fear of the unknown, the fear of being exposed, the fear that perhaps we are not as advanced or prepared for contact as we once believed. What does the future hold for us? While these thoughts may leave us with feelings of unease, they also provoke another set of emotions: hope and curiosity. After all, we are not simply exploring for the sake of exploration. We are doing it for the future of our species. If life exists elsewhere, it could open up doors to new knowledge, new ways of thinking, and even new technologies. It could be the key to solving problems on Earth, like how to harness energy more efficiently or how to address climate change. The possibilities are limitless, but we won't know until we continue searching. The future of humanity is inexorably tied to our ability to reach out to the stars, to other planets, to potential alien civilizations. If we succeed, we may become part of an even larger cosmic community, where the limits of our existence on Earth fade away and are replaced by the boundless opportunities of the universe. The stakes are high, and they have never been higher. As we advance technologically, it's clear that the drive to reach new frontiers is not just about curiosity. It's about survival. The challenges we face on Earth, from overpopulation to dwindling resources, make it more urgent than ever to look beyond our home planet for solutions. What are we missing? And yet, as we look to the stars, there's something deeply personal about this journey. It's a reminder that we, as individuals, are part of a larger story, a story that has yet to be fully written. What is our place in the universe? Are we a brief moment in an eternal timeline, a blink of an eye in the grand cosmic dance? Or are we the beginning of something much more profound, something that will shape the future of the galaxy? This journey to the stars isn't just for the young or the adventurous. It's a journey for all of us. As older generations, we've seen humanity evolve from the days when the idea of space travel was just a dream. But now, as we face the reality of interstellar exploration, we realize that it's a journey of discovery for people of all ages. The universe may seem vast and unknowable, but it's ours to explore. The future of space exploration depends on our willingness to take risks, to seek knowledge, and to work together to achieve what once seemed impossible. Join the conversation. As you read this, perhaps you're feeling a sense of connection, a realization that you're not alone in your thoughts about what lies out there. Maybe you're feeling a surge of excitement or a bit of nervousness as you think about what the future holds. That's the power of discovery. It brings people together. It fosters a sense of community. It's not just about the journey into space. It's about the journey we take together as human beings. And that journey can start today. So, if you're asking yourself, where are the aliens? Or why haven't we heard from them? You're not alone. There are millions of people, just like you, wondering the same thing. We may not have answers yet, but that's what makes the search so exciting. It's not the answer that's important. It's the journey. And as we move forward, it's crucial to be part of the conversation, to share your thoughts, your ideas, your hopes and fears. The more we talk, the closer we get to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. Together, we will continue to push the boundaries of knowledge and ensure that the future of humanity is one of exploration and discovery. Let's join forces, continue asking the big questions, and embrace the unknown. Because in the end, it's not just about finding answers. It's about finding each other along the way. In conclusion, the mystery of extraterrestrial life isn't just a question for scientists. It's a question for all of us. As we look up at the stars, we don't just see points of light. We see possibilities, challenges, and adventures waiting to unfold. The future of humanity depends on our willingness to look beyond our world, to explore what lies out there, and to face the unknown with courage and curiosity. So, as you sit and reflect on the vastness of the universe, ask yourself, what can we accomplish together in the pursuit of the stars? This is our story, and we're only just beginning.